This audio is presented to you by YaHshuaServant.com. The title, The Monarch, A Lesson in Change. The monarch butterfly confounds science. These butterflies are amazing. They start out of something else as a totally different creature or creation, the lowly worm. They come from an egg and begin life as a large caterpillar, shedding their skin 5 times. The first 4 times is merely a matter of convenience, out of growing their skin, shedding it, and moving on in a new, larger caterpillar skin. But the 5th time is something else indeed. The 5th time they remain in their last skin, called a pupa, chrysalis state. And about 10 days later they break out of this encasement and are reborn a new, entirely different creature. They now have wings and can fly, a new creation, a new beginning, a new being. Nothing like their previous nature, a lowly worm, bound to the earth, crawling along in the dirt, but now breaking out of their coffin, they emerge as a beautiful creature with the ability to fly up into the heavens. This, my friend, is a small picture into what we are to become. No, not butterflies, but something new, something different, something beautiful. Please read Philippians 3:21. We, as believers in YaHshua, are destined to become something different. There is something, however, that makes out change, or metamorphosis. Even more amazing and astonishing than what happens to the monarch, we will be changed in the twinkling of an eye. We will be changed. Please read 1 Corinthians 15:37, 42 through 44, and 50 through 52. But we will have the ability to retain our original form and even at times present ourselves in a fleshly form, but that form will not be our primary being or person any longer. As science cannot explain the monarch and what it does, neither can it tell you what is to happen to you. The monarch alone can disprove the theory of evolution all by itself. Look at the monarch and you can be amazed at its complexity, but realize you are a creature of greater potential and with a much greater future. Let the ignorant remain ignorant, let foolish remain foolish. Please read Revelations 22:11. But you can remain comfortable in the knowledge that a science cannot explain the monarch, neither can they explain you. Yes, biological science can tell you what the monarch does, but not how, nor why. They have no clue. The monarch butterfly will migrate over 2,000 miles from Canada to Mexico, to a place of its origin. How do they get to Canada? Same as they got to Mexico. They fly, but with one big difference. On the return to Canada, the original travelers do not make it. They lay eggs, and the process of morphing from a caterpillar to a butterfly begins again. This happens 4 times before the 4th generation reaches Canada. Truly amazing. But still, that is not all. As the monarchs returning to Canada live but a few days on each leg of the trip, when the 4th and final group reach Canada, they begin the process of laying eggs, becoming a caterpillar, shedding their skin 5 times, becoming a butterfly, and begin their return to Mexico. They do not do as their ancestors did, however, living but a few days. No, they live for months and make the trip to Mexico in a single leap, over 2,000 miles. No stopping to lay eggs. The monarchs that leave Canada will see Mexico, while the returning descendants will have to go through 4 transitions, 4 leaps of faith into the unknown before any of their kind will see Canada. Anyone that thinks it is impossible to become something else needs to only look at the monarch butterfly. The monarch is earthbound, and something of a miracle happens, and one day it can fly. It has become a completely new creation. What happens when they get to Mexico? They remain in Mexico of nearly 5 months, and during the winter months, like the leaves on a tree, they hang, clustered together for warmth, smart monarchs. When spring arrives, they begin their trip to Texas, and once there they mate, lay eggs, and die. Their offspring will then repeat this cycle to the 4th generation. It will be that generation that will see Canada, and then it will all begin again. This is one of the beauties of creation, a living art, a living show, put on for us by our Creator. In His wisdom, He has given us a unique look into possibilities. Or is it impossibilities made possible? He has given us a privilege of seeing into our future by the example of the monarch, a new creation mankind cannot totally understand anymore than the world can understand the children of the living God. One day to become something else. It has not been the purpose of this short article to give details of what we are to be, but only to demonstrate a concept of a new creation to come. Creation itself baffles humanity, and nothing more appropriately demonstrates this than the monarch butterfly. I hope this has been in some comfort to any that need to realize it is by faith we believe and see the coming of a brilliant future, not only for ourselves, but for the whole universe. The things we see, live through today is as nothing compared to what we will be, what we will become. And when we get out wings, I'm speaking figuratively, we will be able to soar through the heavens as obedient children of our loving Father. But first we must make the journey from one stage to the next. We must first help with the kingdom when YaHshua returns for the 1,000 years of reforming earth in its preparation for the arrival of our Heavenly Father. Please read Revelations 21. A new heaven and a new earth are coming, but not today, not until after the 1,000 years are past and the finish of the final rebellion. Then and only then will it be revealed what we are to become, as our Father in heaven only knows. Please read Philippians 3:21, Romans 8:29, 2 Peter 1:4, 2 Corinthians 3:18, 1 John 3:2, and 1 Corinthians 13:12. Peace to all of you. Love in His name, YaHshua. The end. For this published article, please go to YaHshuaServant.com, labeled The Monarch, a lesson in change.